Welcome, dear students, to the next lecture in our online classes series. And today we will discuss in the first and second video lecture we discussed about general method of preparation of alcohols and phenols, and today we will discuss about the physical and chemical properties related to alcohol, ethers, phenols. Okay, so in physical property, like alkyl halides and aryl halide, वहाँ पे भी क्या था, पहले बॉइलिंग पॉइंट, मेल्टिंग पॉइंट या हमने सॉल्युबिलिटी का देखा था. तो यहाँ पे भी द सेम थिंग वी विल सी हाउ बॉइलिंग पॉइंट चेंजेस. सो इन एल्कोहल्स, जस्ट लाइक द haloalkanes and haloarenes, as the molecular mass increases, boiling point also increases. Okay, so that means higher alcohols, that means alcohols with higher molecular mass will have higher boiling point. Okay, and we know the reason. जो alkyl halides, aryl halides में जो reason था, the same reason is applicable here also. Molecular mass बढ़ने से, with increase in molecular mass, the van der Waals interaction or van der Waals force also increases. Okay, the second point is that with increase in branching, the boiling point decreases. That means straight chain alcohols will have higher boiling point, and branched alcohols will have lower boiling point, just like alkyl halides, similar. And what was the reason? Due to lower surface area. Due to lower surface area, the van der Waals force of attraction decreases. That's why they have the 3-degree alcohols will have lower boiling point than 1-degree alcohol. So we know these 2 points. Now, third point that I have written is actually not given in your NCERT book. Okay, so I have actually in every chapter, what we do, we discuss physical properties. So let's sum up all the things so that we don't have to study it again and again. These 2 things will work in all the other organic compounds. For aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acids, in every cases 3 degrees will have lower boiling point in all the functional groups. Basically, even if you take amines, amides, anything. Okay, so let's see this one. So what does this rate tells you? That for a given, for isomeric, you have to understand that this is for isomeric or molecules with similar molecular mass. Okay, I will give you examples related to this. So if 2 molecules have similar molecular masses, then if the molecule is carboxylic acid, then it will have the highest boiling point, then aldehyde or ketone, then alcohol, ether, alkyl halide and hydrocarbons. Okay, so let's see what this order tells us. Okay, so suppose I have ethanoic acid. Okay, so 2 carbon atoms, ethanoic acid. I have, suppose, ethanol, and suppose ethyl iodide. Okay, ethyl iodide and suppose one methoxymethane. Okay, so if I have these 5 molecules, that means ethanoic acid, ethanol, methoxymethane and ethyl iodide or iodoethane, then out of these 5 molecules we will see that carboxylic acid will have highest boiling point, then ethanol, then ethanol, then methoxymethane, and it will have the lowest boiling point. And you know, since they all contain 2 carbon atoms, so they are of comparable molecular mass. They have nearly the same molecular mass. Well, there can be a smaller difference in their molecular masses, but we are neglecting that fact. We are just checking that they have 2 carbon atoms, so they have similar atomic masses, and when they have similar atomic masses, so we see that carboxylic acid has highest boiling point. And why is so? Because of the hydrogen bonding. Okay, so it applies to all the cases, even in alcohol. Suppose if we have a question that explain why chloroethane has a lower boiling point than ethanol, so the answer will be hydrogen bonding, due to the presence of hydrogen bond in ethanol. And actually I taught you this you know, trick in class 11 only, that questions related to boiling point, surface tension, viscosity, density, these questions are basically explained by using hydrogen bonds. If you can remember, we discussed it in chemical bonding chapter. So here also this has a higher boiling point than this because of the hydrogen bonding. In ethanol, hydrogen bonding is possible, but in iodoethane, hydrogen bonding is not possible. Now, after boiling point, we will see solubility. Okay, solubility. So as far as solubility is concerned, alcohols are highly soluble in water because of the formation of hydrogen bonding between the water molecule and alcohol molecules. Okay, and just like haloalkanes and haloarenes, as alkyl or aryl part increases, the solubility decreases because of their hydrophobic nature, just like the case in haloalkanes and haloarenes. It's similar. Okay, so if you have any confusion, then you can go through your alkyl halide and haloalkane haloarene chapters. In that chapter we discussed physical properties, so go through that video once. I have, you know, talked in detail about physical properties, because a similar type of concepts are being used in this chapter also, except the fact that alcohols can produce hydrogen bonding with water. Okay, so now we will move to the main topic, the important part, that is our chemical properties. Okay, so we can see that alcohol has a bond like this. Okay, it's like that. So actually alcohol can show reactions involving the breakage of or cleavage of this bond and cleavage of this bond also, and sometimes even these bonds may also get involved in the reaction. So we will discuss all type of reactions related to alcohol, but we will first start with this bond, that means cleavage of OH bond. What kind of products are expected and what will happen, or in what type of reagents, with what type of reagents, in what conditions alcohol undergoes cleavage of this bond, and what kind of product is formed. Okay, so we will see questions related to the cleavage of OH bond. Okay, so reaction involving OH bond. Okay, cleavage of OH bond. So alcohol can act both as nucleophile and electrophile. Okay, due to the presence of this lone pair on oxygen, when oxygen is divalent, it has two lone pairs. Okay, so in alcohol oxygen is divalent, so it has two lone pairs and it can donate those two lone pairs. Okay, so presence of two lone pairs makes alcohol a very good nucleophile. Okay, so what alcohol can do, alcohol can attack a carbocation, okay, carbocation. So as soon as it attacks a carbocation, something like this will happen, okay, something like this will happen. There will be a positive charge on oxygen, and you can understand why this positive charge appeared on the oxygen, because all the primary valency of oxygen has been compromised. Oxygen has a primary valency of 2, now it is trivalent, it has 3 bonds, that's why there is a formal charge on it. So what will happen, this hydrogen, this shared electron between oxygen and hydrogen will be donated to the oxygen and hydrogen will leave. That means a proton will be produced here, okay, a proton will be produced here, and we will get the final product, and the final product you can see that this product is similar to ether. Actually it is ether, okay. Now, so this is a basic mechanism of how alcohol acts as a nucleophile, okay. Now we will see that how alcohol behaves as an electrophile, okay, as electrophile, okay. So alcohol is not electron deficient, as we can see that alcohol has 2 lone pairs of electron on oxygen, so it's oxygen rich. So how it can behave as electrophile? Electrophiles are those molecules which are electron deficient, okay, but there is no deficiency of electron in alcohol. So in order to act as electrophile, alcohol must be protonated first, okay. That means alcohol तभी electrophile के हिसाब से रिएक्शन शो कर सकता है, इलेक्ट्रॉन तब मतलब अल्कोहल तब इलेक्ट्रोफाइल की तरह बिहेव करता है जब वो पहले से प्रोटोनेटेड हो, ओके. वी हैव टू प्रोटोनेट इट फर्स्ट इन ऑर्डर टू कन्वर्ट इट टू एन इलेक्ट्रोफाइल, ठीक है. सो एंड यू नो हु गिव्स प्रोटॉन, हाउ अल्कोहल विल गेट अ प्रोटॉन. So we have an idea of where to get a proton. We get proton from acids. Acids are proton donors, we know that. So that means to behave as electrophile, alcohols will need a reagent or catalyst to start the reaction, and the catalyst will be a alcohol, okay, acid, an inorganic acid. So what will happen? Suppose we have an alcohol like this. So in the first step, proton will add up and we will get an intermediate or electrophile like this, okay. Now you know what is happening. Actually these lone pairs, they have oxygen has 2 lone pairs, so hydrogen positive is getting attached to this oxygen. So oxygen becomes trivalent, there is a positive charge just like the previous case. We have this, okay. Now in the next step, what will happen? Okay, so let me write it in another way. Like this, okay, and it has a positive charge. So any nucleophile, it could be bromine, it could be anything else. So what will happen, it will take this shared electron with it, okay, and bromine will get attached. So what we will get, plus H2O, okay. So bromine will attack it, oxygen will take this shared electron and water will be removed and bromine will be added. Okay, so to get this reaction, happen or done, we need a proton to initiate this reaction, because if the alcohol is not protonated, until and unless the alcohol is protonated, it will not act as electrophile. Okay, so हमने क्या किया, अल्कोहल को पहले एक प्रोटॉन दे दिया, प्रोटॉन दे के हमने उसे इलेक्ट्रोफाइल में कन्वर्ट किया एंड वी गॉट दिस substitution reaction. Okay, so let's move to the next section, next topic. The next topic is involving OH bond only, but the next topic deals with the acidic nature or acidic behavior of alcohols. So what happens, alcohols when react with sodium metal, they produce sodium ethoxide and hydrogen. Okay, sodium ethoxide and hydrogen. Okay, now I have not balanced this reaction. You can put a 2 and it is balanced. Okay, just don't put 2 for hydrogen. Okay, now see that we know any base or acid when reacts with a metal produces hydrogen gas. It's a test for acid or base that they when react with metal produce hydrogen gas. So here what is happening, when alcohol act with a metal, it is producing hydrogen gas, which proves that alcohols acts as acids. Okay, and what kind of acid is alcohol is? So alcohol is a Bronsted acid. Okay, alcohol is a Bronsted acid. Okay, Bronsted acid. So Bronsted acid comes as pairs. Okay, they come in pair as acid base pair. Okay, so it will also exist as a acid base pair, like suppose we have a base and we have a alcohol, something like this. Okay, base will remove one proton from the alcohol, that means alcohol will give a proton. Okay, proton donor, so it acts as acid and we get a alkoxide ion, and since this is acid, this is base, so this will be conjugate acid and it will be the conjugate base. So you must have studied in it in physical chemistry classes. Okay, from chemical and ionic equilibrium chapter, class 11, you have studied it. Okay, in chemical and ionic equilibrium, the acid base theory. So when base and acid reacts, conjugate acid base pair is formed. Okay, so this reaction proves the how alcohol behaves as an acid. Now actually alcohols are not that strong acids, they behave as acids, but they are not as strong as the organic acids. Okay, so we will compare that how strong alcohol is as an acid. Okay, before going to that, we will take few different types of alcohol and we will compare their acidity. Suppose we have a 1 degree alcohol, (2° alcohol and a 3° alcohol. So we have 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree alcohol, and we want to know that out of these three, which will have higher acidic strength and which will be the lower, which will have the lower acidic strength. So we see that 1 degree alcohols are more acidic than 2 degree and 3 degree alcohols are the least acidic. Now, like other topics that we discussed in organic chemistry, यहाँ भी रीजन चाहिए क्यों ये लेस एसिडिक है, क्यों ये ज़्यादा एसिडिक है, एंड द रीजन इज इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट. ओके, ये क्या कर रही है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को पुश कर रहे हैं, ओके, towards the central carbon and ultimately to the oxygen. Actually, the acidic nature in alcohol is due to the polarity of this OH bond. This OH bond is highly polar. Okay, why? Because oxygen has very strong electronegativity. Oxygen is very electronegative. So what it will do? It will pull electron from hydrogen, and this due to this pull, a polarity will create in between oxygen and hydrogen. What happens in this structure when alkyl groups pushes electron towards the oxygen, when electrons are being pushed towards the oxygen, the polarity gets compromised. Okay, the polarity of this bond gets reduced or reduces. Okay, so since the polarity reduces, its acidic strength also reduces. Okay, so it reduces its acidic nature. Okay, so just keep it in mind that 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, that means this is acidic strength. Okay, that means 1 degree alcohols are more acidic than 3 degree alcohols, and you know the reason also. Okay, due to positive I effect, the polarity of OH bond is compromised, so we have this issue. The next topic is, okay, so now in the next topic we have to compare, we will have to compare the, you know, how, or we will determine how strong acid is alcohol is. Okay, so if we take water and we take this iron, we get ROH plus hydroxy ion. Okay, so you remember this, we got this ion when we talked about the basic nature of, so we got it as conjugate base with alcohol. Okay, and I will tell you what this reaction means. Okay, so this reaction means that alcohols are very weakly acidic. Actually they are weaker acids than even water. Okay, water is more acidic than alcohol. Okay, why? Because see, water can protonate alkoxide ion to ROH. That means it has a better or greater ability to protonate than alcohol. Okay, it's a better proton donor than water, is better proton donor than alcohol, so it is actually less acidic than water. Okay, but at the same time the reverse thing also, you know, you can see the reverse thing also. Since this is less acidic, so if we compare these two ions, then you will see that alkoxide ions are more basic than hydroxide ions. Okay, because we know that conjugate acid base pairs are like that only. if the acid is weak, then the conjugate base will be strong. If the base is weak, then conjugate acid is so strong. Since this conjugate acid is weak, so it is obvious that the conjugate base will be strong. Since since this acid is a strong acid than this, so it means that the conjugate base is weaker base. So it tells us that if you have sodium hydroxide and suppose sodium ethoxide, then sodium ethoxide is a stronger base than sodium hydroxide. Okay, you understand? This is a stronger base than this due to this reaction. Okay, so I hope you understand these things. Actually, most of you may get these things a bit difficult. Okay, organic part, actually class 12 organic chemistry is difficult for those who have not studied very well in class 11. ठीक है, मैंने आप लोगों को पहले भी बताया था कि क्लास 12 में जाने के बाद आप लोगों को काफ़ी परेशानी होगी, मैं क्लास में हमेशा बोलता था. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कवर अप नहीं कर सकते हैं. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. ओके, आपने सब कुछ लूज नहीं किया है अभी. यू हैव ऑल द टाइम टू कवर एवरीथिंग दैट यू मिस्ड. देयर आर फ्यू इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स. कुछ ऐसी ज़रूरी चीज़ें हैं जो हमेशा चाहिए आपको. यहाँ नहीं, आपको दूसरे फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री के चैप्टर्स जो होते हैं, जो इनऑर्गेनिक पार्ट होते हैं, कुछ कॉन्सेप्शंस आपको वहाँ पे भी ज़रूरत पड़ेंगी. ठीक है, जैसे कि एसिड बेस बिहेवियर है. ठीक है, तो और क्लास 11 में आपने क्लासेस में मतलब मैंने तो ऑर्गेनिक पार्ट पढ़ाया था. फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री के पार्ट में आप लोगों ने ये सारी चीज़ें पढ़ी होंगी. ठीक है, कि जो कैसे हम लोग कॉन्जुगेट एसिड बेस पेयर निकालते हैं, उसको कैसे कंपेयर करते हैं. ठीक है, वहाँ भी फैक्टर्स होते हैं, जिन फैक्टर्स के ऊपर कैसे एसिड और बेसिक स्ट्रेंथ जो है वो वेरी करता है. सो वी सी द सेम पैटर्न. एक्चुअली वी आर यूजिंग द सेम कॉन्सेप्ट्स इन organic chemistry also. Okay, the molecules are just different. Okay, the molecules are related to carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, but their mechanism is same. Okay, so try to cover up, and I have repeated this thing in my video lectures again and again, that if you have any questions, there are few students, I am sure that they are going through the videos very carefully because they are asking doubts on WhatsApp. Okay, they have messaged me, they texted me, they asked questions, and they know that I always reply to all the doubts. Okay, to best of my abilities. And if you don't understand, you can keep me asking. I will share some short videos regarding your doubts. Okay, or if you can get connected to me via a video call, and you can get your answers. So it's all up to you that how you get benefited from these videos. It's all your how serious you are about your studies. So now let's move to the next topic. We have discussed the acidic nature of alcohol, and what we discussed in the acidic nature of alcohol, we discussed about that how it acts as acid. That means it can react with sodium or aluminium to form hydrogen. That is the nature of an acid. Okay, then we saw that for 3 degree alcohols the acidic nature is lower than 1 degree alcohol because of inductive effect. The polarity of OH bond is compromised. And in the last section we saw that how strong acid alcohol is. So we see that alcohol is quite weak. It is even weaker acid than water. But since it's a weak acid, so ethoxide ion is a very strong base. Okay, even stronger than hydroxyl ion. Okay, now we will talk about the basic nature of phenols. So phenols are actually highly acidic, very very acidic. Okay, and why phenols are acidic? We will see that what is the reason behind the acidity of phenol. So what is happening here? Phenol is producing a proton. Okay, proton. Okay, so anything which can donate a proton behaves as acid. Okay, they are also Bronsted acid only. So the more they produce this proton, the more acidic they will be. Okay, very simple. ये जितना ज़्यादा आसानी से हमें मिलेगा ये उतना ही एसिडिक होगा. और आप लोगों को अगर याद होगा तो ये सेम एसिडिक बिहेवियर क्लास 11 में भी मैंने आपको बताया था रेजोनेंस पढ़ाते वक्त. रेजोनेंस पढ़ाते वक्त ये एग्जाम्पल मैंने आप लोगों को बताया था. उस क्लास में मैंने आप लोगों को एक्सप्लेन किया था कि रेजोनेंस के मदद से हम क्या क्या एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं. रेजोनेंस का यूज कहाँ कहाँ है. ओके, वेयर वी यूज रेजोनेंस. सो in course of doing that I told you this. Okay, but now I'm repeating this thing again in this video lecture. Okay, with the same details I will tell you. So what is happening here and what will happen here? See that to be more and more acidic, अगर इसको ज़्यादा acidic होना है तो we need more H plus ion, isn't it? ज़्यादा H plus ज़्यादा acidic, better acid. और आप सोचो कि क्यों कोई भी this has no formal charge in it, no formal charge in this structure and there is a formal charge in this structure. फॉर्मल चार्ज जो होता है वो लेस स्टेबल होता है, मैंने हमेशा कहा है आपको. तो क्यों फिनॉल अपना स्टेबल स्ट्रक्चर ब्रेक करके आयनिक स्ट्रक्चर में आएगा? वाई, क्यों आएगा? कोई जरूरी नहीं है. ठीक है, यही चीज है. यहां पे हमें यही समझना है कि अगर ये फिनॉक्साइड आयन जो प्रोड्यूस हुआ है अगर ये स्टेबल हो तो हमें H प्लस आयन ज्यादा मिलेगा अगर ये ज्यादा स्टेबल है तो. So we will see that whether this phenoxide ion is stable or not. Okay, and in order to do that we will use resonance. Okay, so pi sigma pi sigma pi sigma pi sigma, we have a conjugated system here. So since we have a conjugated system here we can have resonance. And how resonance will work? So this negative charge will move to the adjacent bond and it will go to the adjacent atom. So we will get our first resonating structure and it will look like okay. Now so we will have and in the next step and in the last step the thing will get repeated. So I will not draw that. Okay, so these are the main resonating or contributing resonating structures in the phenoxide ion, and it shows that the negative charge over oxygen is delocalized throughout the ring due to resonance. And we know that delocalization of charge, the delocalization of charge creates stability. Okay, apart from that we will see one more thing. I will come back to these structures. Okay, so for the timing I will just rub this off. Okay, and I will get back to another resonating structure. Okay, and then I will tell you. So let's draw the resonating structure of phenol only. Okay, let's do now from the opposite side, so that you can understand that it's not like that we can go in resonance in one side only, we can do it in both the ways. So what will happen, this lone pair will come to the double bond, this bond, and you know, this will move to the adjacent atom. Okay, so we will get something like this. So it will have a formal charge, negative charge. In the next step, this charge will move to the next bond and it will come to the atom. Okay, so we will get our next structure. Okay, move here, it will move here. Okay, let me draw this. Okay, so we get another resonating structure. Now it will go here, it will jump on the oxygen. Okay, now you can see that why I have drawn this resonating structure. You see that the lone pair on oxygen is delocalized throughout the ring by resonance. Now just remember the case of alcohols. In alcohols, what did I tell you? In alcohols, I told you that due to the positive inductive effect, that means since the electrons are being pushed towards this central carbon and ultimately to the oxygen, the polarity of this bond, this OH bond, was compromised, and as a result the acidity decreased. Okay, but here you can see that because of the resonance, actually electrons are being, due to minus R effect, the electrons are being, withdrawn. Okay, they are being pulled off from the oxygen. Here the electrons are being pushed and here electrons are being pulled. So what it will do, it will eventually increase its polarity, and if the polarity is increased, if polarity decreases, acidity decreases. If polarity increases, obviously the acidity will increase. So just for this reason only, here we have plus I effect, electrons are being pushed, polarity is compromised, less acidic. Here electrons are removed, so it increases the overall polarity of OH bond, and as a result acidity increases. This is one explanation, and at the same time you can see that phenoxide ion is stable, okay, or stabilized due to resonance. Okay, so in either ways you can explain the stability of acidity of phenols. And if you can remember the phenoxide, resonance of phenoxide and even phenol, you will see that negative charges are appearing on ortho and para position. So just like other cases, if we can remove these negative charge from the benzene ring, we can increase the stability. Okay, and how we can remove these negative charges? We have to attach something which is electron withdrawing in nature. Okay, that means negative I producing group. So negative I effect producing group are, if added to ortho and para position, they will further increase the acidity of phenol. We will see those cases in later classes. Thank you.